Hello, my name is Adriana. I'm a counselor here, a student counselor here at CAPS with the MSW program. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
What's your name?
Karina,
Rita. It's nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
Um, before you get into what brings you here today, I just want to talk about our confidentiality. Anything that you say will stay between us, unless you talk about harming yourself or somebody else. In which case, I do have to report that. So I just want to let you know before we get into it. Do you have any questions about it? So what brings you here?
I'm having a really hard time just dealing with practicum and with school and my family. It just seems like a lot of stuff and all of my family's activities as well. And um, I just feel overwhelmed. And now I have a cold,
Oh,
and um, just makes things even harder when I'm already feeling overwhelmed. It's always like too much.
wow. Yeah, it sounds like you're dealing with a lot. Sorry about your cold. Um, when you say it feels like too much, what do you mean by that? Are you getting overwhelmed to the point where you think you might be, you know, wanting to harm yourself?
No, it's just, I think that it's just more like um, there's just too much school, too much practicum, too much. Because with my practicum and seminar, I have schoolwork
Yeah.
with that.
So it's like more school
Hmm.
on top of the school you already
Yeah.
have. That's a lot. Um, well, tell me a little more about how you're dealing with all of this.
Um, well, I was using an agenda, but then I realized that I scheduled it too far ahead, and due dates have changed so much that I stopped following that. So now I don't have a planner to help me organize, because then that means that I would have to erase everything.
Oh, that's
Um,
another chore.
yeah, when I'm already feeling overwhelmed, then at the very beginning of the school year, like I always write my agenda accordingly. But then everything has been changing, especially in one class,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know where to go, and so like I don't really want to add another thing to my plate when I'm already stressed out about everything that's going on too. So
Sure. No, that's totally reasonable. Really. Well, um, yeah, I'm really sorry to hear about all this. What do you want to get out of this counseling session?
I think just some new tools, because I feel like all of the tools that I already have, um, all of my coping skills have already, like I've already used them up, and now I just need new ones so that I can move forward.
Okay. Well, let's try to do that. I think that's a really great plan. It helps that you're an MSW student and you know about all those things already. Um, so let's see here. What kind of things help you relieve your stress on in a given day, on a daily basis? What are you doing to help cope emotionally?
Well, I do like going to Aqua Zumba. I have a wonderful friend that I do that with, but that's only 2 times a week that we're able to because of our busy schedules.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to do the elliptical at the Y as well with another friend, but that's not like a constant thing. It's only every once in a while. Um, so I was doing that, but then I had some problems with my hip, where it would go out. So then I was really scared to push it too much because my insurance was supposed to start this month, but then it turned out that I guess it didn't get called in or something happened with the new healthcare plan, and so don't have any health insurance right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so.
Oh, that's another stress. Wow.
Mhm.
Well, it sounds like the exercise really helped you out.
Uh-huh.
Um, maybe we could, think of some alternatives to those intense exercises, some things that are going to be gentle on your body. Maybe you should start with a new agenda and
Yeah.
not schedule it so far in the future, maybe just next week. Does that sound like something you'd like to do, or
Yeah.
is that just gonna, I don't know if that's gonna be like more of like what the problem was beginning?
Let me just sneeze. I'm
Oh, it's
sorry.
okay. It's okay. You
It's
cold. Go ahead and
cold.
sneeze.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, yeah, I think I could do that. Um,
I mean, that way you don't have to maybe get as overwhelmed by looking at this huge, picture of all the things you have to do. But maybe just by filling it out every week, and then just picking each week as it comes. Maybe that will help.
yeah, I could do that. It just seems like then I have to then go buy another one, and it's
Yeah.
not like I'm trying. I'm not being resistant.
Yeah.
You
No, go
know, it's
ahead.
more like it's like then I, will have to go and buy another one, and it took me a while to find this one, which I really like. But I mean,
We could
if
scrap that
it's
again.
something, yeah, if it's something that would work, then I could do that.
Yeah, it sounded to me, and tell me if I'm getting it wrong here. It sounded to me like you were like, what you're saying is that sometimes looking at like these big picture problems is just really overwhelming. And so, I find for myself and sometimes with other clients that just by, looking at it either if it's a day by day basis or a weekly basis or a quarterly basis, it helps kind of manage that and break it into pieces that you can wrap your brain around a little better. So,
No, that's great. Yeah, to change that instead of seeing it everything.
yeah, if you think that'll work, I'd be more than happy to try to help you do that, and if exercise is a thing, maybe make a goal of doing it once a week or twice a week, whatever you feel comfortable doing, and maybe that'll help you, get out there a little more,
Yeah.
get outside of the work and school and stuff.
And I've been trying to do self care too. Each week I've been doing something or getting together with a friend or something, and that really has helped me because I'm so like goal oriented and so focused with my school that I realize that if I don't take the time for friends, that then I get in that cycle and that's all I think about is just school.
Yeah.
So I began that maybe like a couple of months ago.
Well, that's
and
good.
that has really benefited me.
That's really good. I'm glad to hear that that's been working for you. Um, yeah, I don't know if you do want to go forward with with just taking it a step at a time, but that would be something else to schedule in on your your new agenda at least once per week, making sure you get that good time in, and maybe take some time to recover physically too.
Yeah.
Maybe schedule a little more time for sleep. I don't know if you're getting enough sleep or not. Are you, or are you feeling okay physically besides the cold?
Yeah, well, and I have been trying to think about like with my cold. So the last 3 days I've gone to bed like at 7.
Yeah.
But then I wake up really early. Like I'll wake up. I went into my practicum like at 6:30 one day because I was already awake like at 4. And I was like, oh, I'm ready to go, and this was 5 o'clock. I'm like, okay, this is really pathetic. So then I sat and I did some schoolwork and then I went in, but then by the time that I got done, then I was even more tired. Yeah, and so I came back home and then I just like sat there. And although my brain hasn't shut off, like I was so drained.
Yeah. Gotcha. So the way you've been dealing with all this is awesome. I mean, I want to commend you for like coming in here and talking to me and being proactive about it and recognizing that you have issues. Maybe you just have to wait for the cold to pass. But after that, I don't know what your sleep schedule has been like, but maybe, also taking time to focus on your physical health too.
Yeah.
You can't avoid colds, but
Right.
maybe overall. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Any other issues that you've been having?
I think you just breaking things down, and because I am one of those people that all I can think about is like the end result and how I'm gonna get to that. Instead of breaking things down, just that has helped me a lot. It's like, okay, I need to just take one little thing and focus on that. And instead, like, okay, well, I have all of these things, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wow, how am I going to accomplish all of them? So that helps me a lot.